decision, and finally, yes, Mavic Mini is finally here on my channel. Yes. So I had to actually go, out of my way to actually get this device. So I actually want to make sure that this is worth every single dollar that I pay for. But just to very quickly show you guys what's inside the box, I actually couldn't get hold of Mavic Mini combo. So what I did is I just got myself the basic one. You end up with like the essential, the drone, RC, which just looks like, Mavic Air RC, but it is lighter. And some manuals, which, okay. And a few knickknacks such as like spare propeller. So let's first quickly talk about the build quality of this drone. It is super tiny. So for now, I just keep it in my Moomin bag, which is probably not the best idea, but it's cute. I really wish somebody can come up with a case just like Mavic Air, but I have yet to see such accessory. So the design of the drone, it's just like in the picture. It is cute, and like the color gray goes very well, giving it a bit of like classic look of Mavic series. And this gimbal plastic can come off, and you get this tiny little camera on 3-axis gimbal. Because how light it is, but when you sort of tap it, it doesn't feel luxury, but still, it is nice design. And SD card is like sort of outside there, and the battery looks like this. Yeah. You get this battery. This is quite heavy, so I guess this is the main weight of the drone. So inside looks super simple like this. Neat. Click, click, and it's all secure. Some tiny little wire sticking out. Maybe I can just cut it. One thing that I didn't quite like was this wing. You can see how like sort of flappy it is, especially because the basic set, it doesn't even come with like a bag or anything. I definitely need to find a solution for all these flappy wings. So I've already installed the DJI Fly app and also updated the firmware. Yes, there is already a first batch of the firmware update for Mavic Mini. Oh, and I've also charged the battery. This morning I flew around a little bit as well. I made sure I drained the battery, and charging actually took me a little more than 2 hours. So I think it was like 2 hours and like 20 minutes. And Mavic Mini can be charged by the external batteries. So you can always charge it while you're on the move. So now we just put the joystick in the RC and we're ready to go. Yay! So whenever these Mavic RCs are connected to my mobile phone, what I find is that it actually starts charging my mobile phone, which I don't quite like. But then after sort of testing it out on entire like 100% battery, it can last about good 4-5 flights. So it's fine actually. Let's switch on Mavic Mini. Yep. Doo-doo-doo. So what I really love is that you don't need to do the crazy, calibration dance and so on. In the last sort of like 6 flights that I've done, I had to only calibrate once, and that's it. Out of my experience with Spark, Mavic Air, and now Mavic Mini, it is the fastest drone to actually connect and be ready to fly. So what I like about the app is that it actually tells you like takeoff permitted and so on. So it's so much easier for you to sort of understand when is good time to fly, when is good spot to fly. So takeoff is permitted. So now we're ready. Let's go.
Takeoff. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map. On this massive beach. I was impressed how easy it is to connect
and fly the drone, and also you do get good 30 minutes of flight time, maybe like 25 to 30 minutes. And I do wonder how many minutes of footages that I ended up getting with just one battery here. And I charged it a little bit sort of in the middle of the way, but not for such a long time. And this is how many minutes of footages that I got, which is impressive. But I have to say, in the second flight, because it takes a lot of energy to sort of land and also take off, you do get a lot less number of minutes for the operating time up in the air. And I noticed that at around like 800 meters, sort of out in the ocean, the video transmission signal cut off. Didn't feel great, but at that time, the video transmission cut off, but the signal was still there, so I just returned it immediately. And don't worry too much, there is a return to home function. And I've used it a couple of times already today, especially sort of, I don't know whether you can see on the rock, when I went past the rock and there was a complete signal cutage, and it triggered return to home function, and it was completely safe. And the low battery starts at 20%, and you still have about 5 minutes of flight time left while shooting video. It's really loud. The sound comes from the RC. At 4%, it's just gonna drop. Can you hear this noise? So it just force land. Yep. Oh, it says current area unsuitable for auto landing. It only has 2% left. Let me bring it down because I'm a bit worried. Ensure the landing area is safe, then continue landing. Okay. I noticed that the surface is not that safe, which is probably the right thing to do since this is the sand. So now, most importantly, is the footage. How is the footage quality? How is the photo quality? And then you guys can judge for yourself. About the footage, I actually woke up really early today to actually get the sunrise. I mean, it is a cloudy day, so I actually didn't get any sunrise whatsoever. But there was a bit of sort of nice sort of pinkish, coral lighting. I didn't get any of that. So what's my conclusion after 24 hours? Well, I really love flying it. It's the fastest drone that I've experienced to actually start flying the drone, which is fantastic. All the hassle is gone away. Within about a minute, you're ready to fly. And the whole flying experience, not much difference with Mavic Air. When it was high up in the air, I did get some wind warning signal. However, it still flew fine. It's still very safe in my hand right now. However, the video footage, I really need to examine a bit more, try to see what's the best lighting condition for this to operate in. And I also need to take a variety of shots, such as quick shots and stuff, which I actually haven't yet explored, but one battery is just not enough. But I will be reviewing this drone intensively for the next, few to several weeks. So if you're interested, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and see you!